In today's video, we'll be looking at the basic selective color adjustment layer inside of Affinity. So before starting the video, first of all, if you need this image that we will be working on for this video, please find the image with the link in the description. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do hit the subscribe button for more tips and tricks related to Affinity. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. So to add a selective color adjustment layer, all we can do is navigate below to our adjustment layer icon below our layers panel. After clicking on it, let's scroll it, and now you can find the selective color option right here and select the selective color option now. Now you can see that our selective color box has popped up and it has certain settings of colors right now. So let's start with our first option inside the selective color box, which is the color property right here. So inside the color property, first of all, I'll select or click on this option. And as you can see on the image, we have two main colors, which are yellow of the umbrella and blues of the sky. So we'll first of all select sky, which is blues color. So we'll click on blues and select blues. After selecting the blues color that are available in the image, which is the sky, now let's adjust the slider. So we have different options for color sliders inside of selective color, starting from all the way from cyan to magenta to yellow and black. So one thing to understand here is in professional image editing tools, the opposite of cyan is red, the opposite of magenta is green, and the opposite of yellow is blues. So now let's adjust our cyan. So to adjust it, first of all, we'll click on this slider and then adjust the slider to adjust the value of the cyan. So let me click and then add more reds to our blue. So to add more reds, let's decrease the value of the cyan. As you can see here, since the opposite of cyan is red, we have decreased the cyan at the selected color, which is blues, that is the sky in the image. So now you can see that the reds are invented or introduced inside our sky in the image. So I'll keep the value of the cyan at minus 79%. Now, next, let's tweak our magenta color. So I'll click and again decrease the magenta first and see. So now you can see that when we decrease the magenta, now the blue skies are looking like the actual skies that we often see outside, which is the sky blue or the light sky blue color. So let's play with the yellow option or property. Now for yellow, I'll simply click and then increase the yellows to add few yellows to blue, and you can see that nothing is happening whatsoever. So let us click and drag all the way down to its minimum value, and you can see that the yellow color has no effect inside of the blue skies. So we'll adjust or set the slider of yellow property to its default by double clicking on this, and then we can also play around with the black option right here to adjust the color. So when we increase the blackness or black color inside a certain color of the image, then it will make that particular color mostly much more intensified. So as you can see here, it's making the blues much more bluish like so. And now I think it's looking a bit more dim blue and much more balanced blue. So after I'm satisfied with my sky, I'll close down our selective color to commit. So now this is how our sky looks after adjusting the selective color adjustment in the selective color adjustment layer. So now we can also move further to adjust the color in our umbrella, which is deep yellow. So to adjust the color of the umbrella, I'll again click on this particular selective color icon, and now you can see that the same box has appeared. So this time the difference is we'll be targeting the yellow colors of the umbrella. So to target it, inside the color properties, we'll click on this option and then we'll select yellows. So after selecting yellows, it's now targeting the yellows of our umbrella. And on the right of yellows, you can see that we have a check box for relative. So there are two types. One is relative and the other is absolute. So what the properties relative does when we check this particular checkbox is it simply calculates the percentage value with the existing value of the color. That is, for example, if our cyan value is 10%, then it will adjust or calculate with the relative value the existing 5% value or any value of that 10%. So this is how the relative checkbox or option works. And let's say if we uncheck the relative, then in that case, now you can see that our sky has turned up green. So what unchecking relative does is it turns up absolute value, making the certain value directly. For example, if our cyan is 60%, then unchecking the relative value will calculate the remaining 10% by adding it to that 60%, making it a total of 70%. This is the reason why when we uncheck the relative value and turn the option for absolute value, our color will be much more accentuated and vibrant. So for now, I'll check this relative option on, because checking the relative option would make the calculation much more towards having a subtle color instead of very vibrant color. So now, after targeting yellows in our color option, now let's make changes to our colors below, starting from the cyan. So I'll click on this slider and then drag it all the way to the right and play around like so. And now you can see that nothing is happening because cyan is not related to the color that is available in the umbrella. So reset our slider back to its default position. Since our color of the umbrella is yellow, let's move directly to yellow first and then click and adjust our slider like so. And you can see that now it's slowly starting to get rid of those yellows that were available in our umbrella. Next, I'll move on to our magenta and add some magenta colors to our umbrella to make it much more reddish or cherryish in color like so. And then we can tweak around by dragging the slider of blacks to make our existing cherry color of the umbrella much more vibrant. So I'll click and then drag it like so. And now you can see that the color is being much more intensified of the umbrella. So I'll set it to somewhere at 52% for now for the color of the umbrella. And after I'm satisfied with this particular color, now I'll again close the selective color box to commit our changes. So this is how selective colors adjustment layer is basically used. Finally, we can also play around with the opacity in order to dim our effect of selective color adjustment layer by either clicking on this opacity label and then dragging to adjust the value like so in order to dim our color effects a bit down of the selective color adjustment layer, or we can simply type any keys in our keyboard to directly access that particular value in percentage. So for example, if I click or press 7 num key, you can now see that in opacity our value is 70%, and if I click on it, now our value is 80%. So I'm satisfied with the value of 80% because I think now our image looks much more balanced. So this is how you can use selective color adjustment layer in your compositions or any future compositional project that you'll be working on with your images inside of Affinity. So if you find this video helpful, please click on the like button. And for more tips and tricks related to Affinity, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching this video and see you on the next video.